Joining me in the Mic Up segment today is the relatively new coach of the Indian men's hockey team. He's tasted success in his first tournament itself, and with Paris in sight, there's a lot that is on his plate. Greg Fulton, thank you so much for speaking to us here on Firstpost.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Now, Greg, first up, gold ensures qualification for Paris. Is that added pressure on the boys?
I think it depends on how you look at it. Of course, we want to qualify. Of course, we want to go to Paris. So you have to qualify somewhere. You know, there's two routes to qualify. One is direct through Hangzhou, this Asian Games, and the other one is the continental qualifier in January. So if all goes well, we want to qualify through here and stand on the podium and get that gold medal. That's the plan. That's what we're trying to do. Does it bring extra pressure? No, because all roads lead to here. You know, we have to qualify somewhere. So at the same time, we're training for it. We're aware of it, and we're in a good place. So that's a real positive for us.
Now, a great Asian Champions Trophy campaign that concluded recently. What are the positives that you got from there?
Yeah, it was a really good experience for everyone involved. I think we had a squad of 26 at that tournament. So we had just come from Spain, a Four Nations in Spain, and had flown in like literally 2 days before and then started our first game. So it wasn't ideal from a training and a planning perspective, but it was a good exercise because we changed the group from the Spain to the Asian Champions Trophy team. Akash flew in and Jugraj flew in as well. They met us there. So it was just a good opportunity to get 26 players across competition and give them all an opportunity. So the positives, we played well and we grew in the tournament. We had a big challenge in the final, which was good for us. We were 3-1 down at halftime and regrouped and won the game 4-3, which was nice. Nice to have that in the memory bank. But at the same time, it was just a very good experience for staff and the team to have a competition of consequence, play at home. There's always expectation at home, same thing. But now a lot of our games and tournaments will be outside of India, where we always have the extra man, the 12th man being at the crowd and everything that goes on in a tournament in India. Now we have to go and produce that same performance and same intent outside of India. So that's a nice challenge.
Now, we've seen them adapt to your defense tactics. What is your ideology and how do you see India benefiting from it really?
So I like scoring goals. I'm an attacking coach. But what's the point of attacking if you can't defend? So on the day you don't score 3 goals and you lose 4, you lose 4-3 anyway. So sometimes it's great to play nice hockey, but if you keep losing playing nice hockey, I don't really buy into that. So the ideal scenario, the ideal world and the ideal scenario for us is to play a defend to counterattack to win style of hockey. So we have our house in order defensively. We can attack and counter from everywhere. And if we lose the ball, we do it again and we do it again and we do it again. So there's an emphasis on defense first. That's the whole philosophy. So it's not that we can just attack with no consequence, no accountability to if we turn over or how we turn over and where we turn over. So that's just a fresh new way of looking at it, and the guys are buying into it. It does take a lot of work. It's not easy, but that's why we train every day. So it'll take time, but we're definitely getting there.
Now, speaking of time, Craig, continuity in coaching is so important. How do you see that playing out, especially when it comes to consistency in results?
Well, I just think just to hit on to what you just said there, with the diversity in India and the culture as well, it's also its strength because of the different blended experience of hockey academies across the country and what they bring, what they teach. It's different. So on one hand, yes, it's great to have everyone doing exactly the same thing, but at the same time, your strength is in your difference. You know, so continuity point of view, from now on, I mean, I'm only been here like 4 or 5 months. So it's really, really early in what we already got a qualifying tournament coming up now this week. So it's been full on trying to just, wouldn't say educate, I would just make aware of a different way of playing the game. And, you know, the guys know a lot of hockey, they know a lot of tactics, they've played different ways before. But this was just an ideal scenario to put defense on the map, to make sure that individually and collectively we're very, very organized. And continuity would be to help that and spread that into the under 21 program, so that there's also a link between that and then the sub juniors. And then before I see the next group of players, that they're already busy with that. That would be ideal for me, but that takes time to instill. That takes time to obviously get across the line. But continuity is important. It's very important.
Now, you're speaking of the future, but we also have to speak of the past. From that period of slump that saw Indian hockey in, what's been the biggest change that you've seen, especially right up to this point?
Well, to be fair, I think in this last decade, perhaps probably from 2016, 2015, 2016, where the team finished, I think it was eighth in Rio. And then if you look at a following cycle, 5 years, they finished third. And then now we ranked third and have kept that. So this last block has been very, 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 very positive for Indian hockey. I mean, if you're comparing it to from before the 80s with all the gold medals and the 6 gold medals, and that obviously that's not realistic, because there's a modern day hockey and how fitness has changed, how everything has moved onto Astro, and it's a different world now. And at the same time, it's a lot harder to keep your consistency at the top, because there's a lot of good teams that have that same approach, same philosophy around playing top hockey. And Europe sits with a lot of the powerhouse teams, as the ranking suggests. But I think the upswing about it is they've got good people in place and had good people in place. The previous coaching staff, the previous what they put down from a fitness point of view, from Rio into Tokyo into now, I think it's been a continuous. It's climbing up the stairs. It's not going down the stairs. It's going up. It's on an upward cycle for sure. And the future is bright, because the group is now kicking in. The group's got a bit more youth in it, but at the same time, it has all the experience that it had before. So it's a nice blend at the moment. And the guys are very, very confident of where they're at, and they're very ambitious as well. And that's really important.
Well, is it also fair to say that India is now a mentally tougher side?
Like mental toughness, there could be 1,000 ways to describe that word. It's just how you handle the big moments and how prepared you are for those moments. And when people know that the moment is now, that they are able to step into that, with the same confidence that they know they have. I just think it's different. I just think we're putting a new Indian way in place. Paddy Upton's come on board to help in that space. I think the leadership group is more settled in the way that they're playing, and how the team in the squad is selected, and everyone knows that these are the criteria. And I think across the board, it's a very, very competitive but healthy competition in the squad. So the training sessions are really, really good, really, really high level, and that's building a lot of what we do every day.
Now, of course, one area of concerns possibly have been the penalty conversions. Is that something that also is a concern, or what else is a concern for the team?
I think we're a very well-rounded team. We're good on the ball, good off the ball. The fitness has improved. Goalkeeping is good. Set pieces are good. I think it's always going to be about converting chances, field goal chances. That will always be something that we're trying to improve. But like I said, when teams play with 10 players in the D or 9 players back, there's a lot less space. So that doesn't happen all the time. But different oppositions play differently. So we'll just have to take it one game at a time. But from a coach's point of view and a player's point of view, we're always trying to convert more chances to goals. That will always be something that we want to work on.
Right, we are wrapping up this interview, but we want to put you on the spot before we let you go, Craig. Looking at the Olympics now, how would you rate this particular side as a gold medal prospect?
Well, like I said before, like you have an ideal goal and a realistic goal. An ideal goal is to win Olympic gold, Olympic World Cup, Olympic Commonwealth Games. Like those are the reasons you're in the sport, is to try and push yourself as far as you can. Realistic comes down to your current form. Where are you ranked right now? So where are we ranked? Third. So if you think of the last 4 or 5 months, we got to third. Where are we in the world? Right now we're third. Does that put us on the podium for a gold medal? Not just yet. Is the potential? Of course. Of course it's there. But right now, you know, Paris and the Olympics is still far away. We've got a really important job to do right here.
All right, thank you so much, Craig. We know the weight of the world's on your shoulders and that of the team, but we always wish you well.